Alright, so here is General Grievous, the final product. As mentioned before, there's been some changes to the engineering to make him a little more durable and sturdy and extend some of the articulation. We also developed a new paint scheme for him that is a little different than what was shown, so that's why if people are wondering why it looks a little different than what was shown 2 years ago, it's a complete different paint that the final product was based off of. So that's the answer to that question. So here you see the full loadout for Grievous. I'll start by showing the cape right here. Cape, you can see, has this symbol on the back, but it's a really lightweight cape. The materials that have screen printing of the diamond pattern on the inside. He also has some pockets in it that he comes with these unlit lightsabers that he's collected from fallen Jedi that can go inside there as you like. These also have little magnets inside of them for the hands. The hands are magnets right there to just help stabilize it within its hand so it stays in place. Gives a little more standability. Now as you just saw, the hinge base right here helps you. It's just a third support to help pose him because he is based off a CG model, so it's not really real world. That's why there's some modifications we had to make in order to make him stand. But as you can see, I can take him off the base, and you get the hunched over look. It's all posed out. It's kind of hard on this table right here because of as you can see right there, he does stand up. The joints are a little bit of a ratchet. And you can get his different posing. So if you want something really wild, you can use the support stand to then get him in some kind of dramatic pose. But the stand also is on a revolving, rotating base structure, revolves around to help stabilize him when he's being displayed. So once we can remove the cape is attached by a little clasp. Removing the cape from it, you can see that figure stands up pretty big. He's articulated on a gimbal on the neck, both points. It rotates around. We also have some articulation at the elbow, at the wrist. The fingers all move on a single wrist knuckle, not on the middle knuckles, but that helps him grasp all his weapons. Joints articulate at the shoulder, twist of the torso, up in the hip area, the knee, 2 points of articulation in the knee. Bottom, I don't know what you would call this joint, the chicken joint, I guess. Articulates there, spins, other articulation point here. So as you can see, Grievous is full of articulation points to get him in the pose that you feel works best. You can see shortly in there, he also has some sculpted guts inside of the torso cavity. So in addition with the 2 arms, or the fused arms that people saw 2 years ago, he also comes with the 4 arms. So basically, they're just friction fit in the back, and they pop out in the back torso. Then you simply pop in your extra arms, and you have the split apart scene, so he can hold his 4-arm attack, 2-arm, however you choose to show him. Both shoulders will pull that off. Slide that out, pop that in. You have him in his 4-arm glory. You have articulation points right there, in the elbow, in the wrist, the 3 hands. There's also a little raised pad that houses a little tiny magnet to just help stabilize the grip. So once you get it locked in place, you wrap the hands around it. Lightsabers can be held and give a little more stability to what you want to arm him with. The exclusive on him is his damage mask. So it's attached by a magnet right at the top. Snaps right in place. There's your damage. He also has the eyes from the back. So if you hold it up to the light, you can see a little bit of glimmer of light, give it a little more depth and realism to the eye makeup or paint. So if you want to zoom in on the marbling, you can see some of the paint and wash deco color. Up on the chest plate, there's little hints of white, cream color all throughout it. Little hints of the pink that's on that alabaster-like armor that he wears. They'll have, like I said, 4 lit lightsabers, 2 green, 2 blue. These are all unique, brand new lightsaber sculpts. The a little bit of a chrome plating on him, a little bit of a wash to give him that used look. He has a blaster that he used to take on Obi-Wan. That also has a little bit of a magnet in there to hold it in place. What people haven't seen as well is also the energy staff. These pieces slide on or off. So you can put it in place. You can have one side lit, you can have no sides lit. So you can wield it however he wants. They're just a soft plastic piece. Slides back on, if you so choose. Here's one of the fused arms showing some of the articulation. You can pivot the shield up in here, pivot at the elbow, pivot at the wrist, spins, pivots up and down, up in this part. And you also can extend it if you want some twisting part. Slides on the pistons, and those start twisting out. So you can get some really unique poses for Grievous to help get the perfect image for the shelf in your home.
Awesome sneak peek of Grievous. We are so appreciative that Sideshow could share some insider information about the new 6-scale stuff, as well as give us a first glance on the factory version of Grievous. So awesome piece. Really, you can appreciate it better in hand, but hopefully you get a good idea of the cool improvements that they've made and the detail they've put into this piece.